Okay, I'm going to do an unboxing video, the first one I've ever done, for this professional condenser microphone that I got for $3.97, I think, on Temu. Normally, I think this is $25, but they were running a special to where if you're a new app user, you got this deal. And it was for this specifically, it was marketed to me on Facebook, and $4 for this microphone. Why not? It's supposed to be a Neumann EU87. It does an okay job of looking like one, I guess. But looking at the box, let's take a look at what it's for. I think it has the same thing on both sides, so I can hold it up and also see it. So it says professional condenser microphone, internet karaoke, PC recording, instrument recording, etc. Then it says new series, excellent quality of voice, and music professional. Made in China, obviously. So here's the operation guide. Insert microphone plug in the microphone mic socket. Take the microphone switch to the on position. There's not a switch on this mic. Take it to the off. Take the switch to the off position when the microphone not in use. Caution. Keep far away between the microphone and loudspeaker. Sure. Don't strike the microphone. Avoid to damage the parts of the microphone. Don't put the microphone on high temperature and moisture place. Makes sense. Instruction. Take the microphone to the best distance, 5 to 10 centimeters from mouth, so that avoid the noise. Avoid the noid. So yeah, that's the box on the outside. Instrument recording. All right. So here we go. We've got some documentation. It looks like we've got a polar pattern and a frequency response graph. Oh, it's in English on the inside. Look at that. So it's supposed to be pretty flat. It's cardioid. And yeah, there's a tiny bump at 10K, but it looks like it, if this is real, it might sound okay. There's more of the English. It's not the worst in here, all this stuff. Okay, what do we get in the box? There's a cable in it. That's amazing by itself. So it's one of these, like with those ends on it, the really, really cheap stuff. But I don't know. That's cool. I'll probably do something with that. Throw that on the ground. So it's got the mic and it's got a shock mount. I think the shock mount's going to be plastic. Yeah, it definitely is. It's pretty lightweight. So, yeah, I can see it's plastic. It looks okay, but yeah, it's pretty cheap, of course. Let's see if I can even tighten this knob. Oh, cool. Yeah. So the knob tightened up. That's good. I'm not going to mount it. I'm just going to hold it when I plug it in, but I will put it into the shock mount. All right. Here's the mic, and that's all it is. Pretty standard China condenser. Nothing. I mean, I'm sure other people have already reviewed this microphone quite a bit. It even says U87 on the bottom of it, and then it's got that little cardioid symbol there. Let's see what it looks like on the inside, if I can get the grill off. I'm not sure. So there's no switches here on the inside. Yeah, nothing too special there. Pretty basic. Nothing to speak of. No dip switches or anything else. Yeah, okay. So it looks like in order to see the capsule, I'd have to take these two screws out. And I don't feel like doing that. So I'm going to go ahead and put it back together. And get it into its shock mount. You can turn this, or you can spin the microphone, or both, I guess. All right. I'm going to hold it like this, so I'm going to make it face me like that. Shock mount seems fine. I mean, it's 100% plastic, but it's working. Oh, the threads are kind of... Yeah, they're fine. I thought I was going to strip. Pretty good. Wobbles around nice. Okay, cool. So there shouldn't be too much handling noise when I'm holding it. All right. So now what I'm going to do is plug it in, and we're going to hear audio coming from the microphone. And I have this going through a little channel strip so I can EQ it live. It's a Joe Meek 3Q. Right now I've got the EQ out, and it's set. Well, let me set it to like some kind of middle of the road. Nothing boosted really. I'll put all the knobs at 12 o'clock. I've got Phantom on. I'm gonna plug it in, and I can hear it in my ears. So what I'm going to do is mute this in my ear so I can just hear this one. Okay. I'm going to put this to the side. Okay. Ooh. So right off the bat, there is a lot of noise, hiss. Ooh. Wow, they're not kidding. Don't get close to it. Okay. So I'm going to try to hold it as still as I can, because you can really hear that shock mount. And so this is just the microphone on this Joe Meek 3Q. And the preamp on this is kind of dark, I will say that. It's not it's not crazy, but it's not super transparent. But I don't think it colors the sound as much as some other preamps do. If you touch this thing at all, it will pick it up. So I'm going to do my best to not do that. Wow. All right. So here it is. I mean, this is not bad for $3. I'm going to call it a $3 microphone because that's what I paid for it. Let's see what we can do with some EQ. So this is it. Like if I get really close, this is what it sounds like. And I think that is actually kind of, not too bad. It's a bit boomy, and I think you'd have to you definitely want a pop filter. That's a really low, really low plosive there. But if you kind of talk across it like that, that's okay. And you can still get pretty close. But normally you'd be kind of over here. Maybe you're singing, maybe it's louder than this. But I didn't touch anything. I have the gain on this on the preamp to 15, and then I've got the output at +4. So I don't know. So let's start shaping the sound a little bit. If I engage the EQ, it probably is going to sound a tiny bit different, not much. But now if I start to roll back the lows, so there's no low pass filter on the microphone. There's no switches on it at all. So if I do that, and if I boost the high just a touch, I don't know if we need to do that actually. But then I can do the mid as well. If I cut the mid down just a little bit, let me turn it up now that I've done that. So let's see if I can come down here. This is cutting 300 just a little bit. Here's like 4, 5. Here's 1K cutting 1.5, 2. So if I cut a little bit up here in like 1K, yeah, so there's a boost there on this little chart. There's a little bump at 1K, and I don't like it, at least for my voice. The high end is okay on this. If I turn it up, I get that hiss even stronger. And if I turn it down, it kind of makes it too dark for me. So this is right in the center, like at 0 for the high frequency, which is 12K on this unit that I'm messing with off camera. So you know what? I guess you could use this, but it's really that hiss and the plosives. Any kind of air you get into there, it's going to pick it up. So I don't know. I could bring some lows back in, just cut it a little bit. So that's like -6. I had it down at like -9 dB before. This is all the way down on 80. So it's pretty far down there to begin with. 80 is. So if I just go at -3, I'm cutting a little bit at 1K, and I'm not boosting anything on the high frequency. And if I cut, yeah, I don't want to even boost it a little bit because I don't know. I mean, maybe I can get the hiss down some. Let me try to turn down the preamp gain, and no, it doesn't really make a difference where I do that. Keeping it at 15 and like +4, it's a noisy mic. So that's what I would say about it. The quality is like what you'd expect from a really cheap condenser, and it's usable, but the noise, the self noise, is killing me. Yeah, so if I put a gate on it, I guess that would help it, but you shouldn't have to do that. And there's really not any noise around me. You may have heard a Slack message just then, but this is a decent. It's a decent room. It isn't super live, but it's live. I've got some treatment in front of me, kind of like 3 sides of sound dampening material, but that's it. The floor is hard and the ceiling is hard, obviously. So yeah, there it is. There's the $3 Temu microphone, and if you get close to it like this, and if I turn down that gain some, you can get some okay results out of it. But I think as a daily driver, I'm not going to use it at all. It's just a fun paperweight. No, it's not a paperweight. Who knows? I might pull it out for. Jeez, that plosive. I might pull it out for something. Who knows? It's a microphone, and